I just feel like I got a fucking rant. I'm it's just been one of those days when I'm so tired of it. I'm so fucking tired of it. Uh I'm on my way home and this is a recurring pattern in my fucking life. I just my worst my worst part of my day is going to work and coming home and dealing with the endless brigades of the cabal of retards that just infuriate me, inhibit my life, and just you're a blockade in my life from getting to nirvana to getting to just sit in a chair and eat my sub. And I'm behind this guy who every time this happens to me, my gut tells me pass this guy, just go around him. Just go around him. It doesn't matter. Just get the fuck away from this retard. And sure enough, every time that I don't do it, I regret it. And just this little door, this opening, this that's happened to me in so many different ways. Where if I just would have taken a separate path in the little small minutia of time that I had to have that fucking option. Uh, I'm sure whatever question you want will be answered if you want to ask me, but I need to finish this ranting. I don't know who you are, and that's fine. And I'm on my way home, and what could have just been a quick home visit, I just fucking didn't go around him. And so it caused me to take another 30 to 40 minutes of my day to get to another person that inhibits my life. And I get to the subline and it's packed. And for whatever reason, in their incredible, vast amounts of knowledge that they choose to pick these people for their positions, it's always the slowest, dumbest people that they choose to go and make sandwiches. And I'm already amped up. And then, so that gives me plenty of time to just start studying the people around me and make myself more angry, more just volatile, fuming with just boiling rage, thinking, God, it's good that I don't have a fucking sword right now. It's so good that I don't have a sword in my hand, but I can envision what's happening if I did. And the kid in front of me is like some confused, angsty, like teenage kid who is clearly gay and questioning what he really believes. He's got earrings and fidgeting and just uncomfortable with himself and clearly developing a voice that indicates that you're going to be somebody's pincushion, and you're wearing a mask. You're wearing a fucking mask, but you're on the path to becoming a human petri dish. Just a confused little gay kid. And he's with a guy that's wearing fucking sandals. I hate sandals. I hate people who wear sandals. If you wear sandals in front of me, just know that if I had the option to kill you, I would absolutely press that button and you would cease to exist. Just know that. And your dirty feet are around my goddamn food, and you're wearing baggy shorts, way too big for you, and your skin somehow, with the amount of time that I've spent in the sun, you look like your entire body is made of the skin on a dog's chin with all the little fucking dimples. And it's just, I don't know what you did to yourself and you're completely red. What are you doing? You look like, why do they choose? It's always like the white guy that becomes a roofer is always the palest idiot that chooses to put himself into the sun and ruin himself. Couldn't you find something like in the dark to do? You fucking Irish potato. Like, and you're picking a sub that you're being health conscious, but clearly the rest of you has just been destroyed by alcohol and cigarettes and probably pain pills. And you get to the sub lady, and then you get in an argument with her because she's never heard of a jerk turkey sub, and she has to go ask somebody if they have jerk turkey. When 2 days ago you fucking made me the same exact sandwich, you stupid idiot. God damn it. And that woman has the same mentality and the same brain that if she just she's at a path, and one that this is the same character. Is so many people like this that you either took the path to make sandwiches or you took the path to go be like a government employee, like a cop, where you can go fuck my life over, where you go, if some guy's taking a piss outside of a fucking baseball game, you just make him a sex offender, or you're making sandwiches, and that's all there is. And then I'm being encumbered by these people, and it just never ends. It never fucking ends. And then I have to go home, and I have to go to my neighborhood where it used to be nice. It used to be Caucasian. And now, thanks to some ethnic minorities, I have to go and renovate my house and put hours and hours, weeks of my time into improving my property so that I can sell it to make a lot of profit, but I still have to give 20% capital gains tax because I doubled the price of my fucking house, but somehow the government wants to take 20% of that so that we can go bomb kids, or we can go help some Israeli IDF intelligence guy escape his charges for trying to abduct and lure underage little boys. And he's in the interrogation room, and he's literally telling the people that that he has a plane to catch, an international flight, and how much is bail because he needs to go and catch this flight. And he goes to fucking Israel, and who would have saw it? Who would have saw that coming? And we protect that person, and I have to pay for roads that are full of potholes, damage my car. I have to work on them and damage your car. You have to pay people like me an incredible amount of money because you don't have the knowledge to fix a fucking shock or a bent wheel. And so you have to pay money just like you have to get in debt to get a fucking good job by going to fucking college. And it just never ends. And I go home to my neighborhood, and the Hispanics are playing loud music, and if you say anything, you're racist, which I am. I fucking hate you. I hate your group. I hate your people. And the worst part is you're forcing me to have to go to the country that you left because my dollar is worth more now, and I'm constantly chasing this dragon of getting away from you people, and you're chasing me and my people because we develop things and we go fix your country, and then you follow us back here, and then we leave, and then we go fix the shit that you fucked up that we made, and it's just a never-ending cycle. And I'm in limbo, and you're in limbo, and I hate it. I'm so I'm so tired of it. I don't I don't like these people. I don't want to see them around, and I can't even when I go home, if I want to broadcast my hateful vengeance on these people, I'm censored and taken away. Sometimes I think I should just not even really record this. I should just put the cameras on and record it for myself, and then just delete it, and then just never just never let see the day of light, because the true thoughts that I have in my head are actual crimes, and everything that I think is a crime. And there's too many bloody scenes from from movies playing in my brain with characters that are played by people in real life. And I just and I start it up every day, and I just do it again, come home and get pissed off, so that one day I can live around people that did what I'm doing right now even better, and live around other white people who are sick of my new nouveau riche attitude, where I got the new latest model of TV, and they call me Gauche, Gaudi, and oh, you got a Ferrari. Wow. Yeah, we're actually taking a helicopter to dinner, so you can take your poor ass with your fucking Ferrari and your problems while it goes and catches on fire. And we'll be actually on a helicopter. And after dinner, then we're gonna go and have some underage prostitutes, and then we're gonna go back to Israel, and then we're gonna have ice cream, and then they go have ice cream, and they sit with their families, and they plan on how to destroy my life, and they go and eat with Bill Gates, and then they go and plan how to give us all AIDS or super cancer because we ate the wrong tomato, or we took something that we thought was going to make us feel better. And I don't even blame them. I sympathize with Bill Gates every day. I think about how if I had his power, I wouldn't even be that restricted in my actions. Actually, praise Bill Gates for being so ambivalent towards you. You have no idea, because if it was me, I would be pressing all of these buttons, and each one would be your family, and all of them would be gone, and I would be manipulating your life like little marionettes just for my enjoyment, while I was filleting the devil and bathing in blood and swinging a sword around about at people that I just bought, just swing an axe, press a button, launching rocket launchers at people that just, they thought they disappeared in the news, but it was actually me. I paid $5,000 for that person. And then I go back and I eat ice cream again, and maybe some frozen pizza. But the frozen pizza was flown in. Actually, it was flown in from next door, just a couple of blocks, but they actually went around the entire planet to let the bread and the dough rise, and the yeast and the bread, they rise as they go around the entire planet, and it's finally ready for me to put in my oven fresh. And I paid $30,000 for that pizza, and I'm going to throw away 7 out of 8 slices of that pizza, and then I'm going to order Chinese food, and it's going to be actually Chinese people that are ground up in their machines, that in the next bay over, they were making my clothes, and then they have the accident people that fell into the machine and they get turned into um, Soylent Green. And the Soylent Green gets fed to people like me. And then we go eat ice cream. And I guess what I'm just trying to say is that I fucking, I fucking hate people. I hate being around them. I hate seeing them alive. I hate standing in line behind people and examining them and seeing the confused gay kid that has no idea that he's just, you're in such a dark path and your body is telling you right now not to reproduce. It's canceling out your genetics because subconsciously it knows you shouldn't reproduce and continue the trauma that was laden on you from your childhood. And thank God you didn't go and become one of these groomer that want to go read to kids. They never want to read to homeless people or old people. They just want to read to your kids. That's very odd. What an odd specific niche that they just want to they just want to read to your kids. That's all they want to do. And you'll go home and you don't even process it. The RAM in your brain is so cluttered and you'll never understand that time that you and your special friend, your family member that introduced you to horrors beyond your comprehension, they'll shape the rest of your life. And you'll end up doing drugs and you'll not succeed. You'll not feel your worth. And just like a 40-year-old woman, my mortal enemy, 40-year-old women are, oh, I have some stories that happened this week that I'll, I can't wait till my wife gets back so I can tell them. Oh, man. Oh, 40-year-old women. They really are the bane of my existence. And my wife is going to turn 40 and very soon. We have another 15 years to maximize until she turns 40, and then I'm going to have to go and old yeller, just put her out to pasture, and she'll appreciate it. She'll know it's coming, and she'll just get down in the field. She'll face the sun, and I'll say, sweetie, we've been through so much together. We've raised at least 2 beautiful children, very beautiful girls that we've given plenty of love to. And unfortunately, our time is at an end. And my worth has increased because I'm a man, and women, they age like milk. And it's time for you to meet God. And you're just going to have to go look at the sun. Or maybe by then we'll have rocket ships that are available and I'll send you off into space like Superman. And hopefully you land on a planet with other people and you get superpowers. Or you just get incinerated in the sun, or land on Saturn where the gravity is too high and your lungs collapse. But then I'll get another 20-something-year-old wife, and we'll have more kids. This is pretty much the song, what is it, by Management, where you just fucking do drugs, and then the models will have children. We'll find some new models and get a divorce. Oh, I'm on one. Let me take a sip. This is what happens in my brain every day. You don't see me overwhelmed enough because I subdue it. And I've done it now without drugs. I used to have to use drugs to subdue this overwhelming oneness with the world where I realize that you're all garbage. You're smoking in your car, but you throw away the cigarette out the window because you don't want the trash, even though you're human white trash garbage and your car already stinks like cigarettes and there's ashes all over the place and there's fucking holes in your fucking leather because your stupid ass was too drunk while you were driving and you accidentally dropped it. And one day, hopefully, you just burn alive in the car and I get to watch it. But it's not going to happen. I don't ever get to see this stuff. I'm always just subject to the things that are unpleasant to me, like standing in line. And I hate standing in line because it's just a metaphor for everything in my life where I'm having to wait on other people and other people just don't have the appreciation for other people's time. And it's very infuriating to be in line. I don't like it. I don't like looking at the people. I don't like looking at the person that's behind whatever counter. It's the worst thing. It's hell for me. Because I could be doing your job. Just let me go behind the counter. Whatever it was, they took, just tell me what button to press, what cheese goes on the sandwich, and just let me do it. You just need to be replaced by a robot or remember when the fucking idiots in California were they were complaining. These idiots were complaining that the wages were too low, so they wanted a living standard. So McDonald's and all those other goy slop restaurants were like, "Oh yeah, we'll actually, you know what? We're gonna do that. We're actually gonna lobby to raise the living wage, the minimum wage." And we'll see how you like that. And their little devil horns grew because they knew exactly what was going on. Slav, this was a public sub, so please do not disparage the public sub. And they went and they raised the minimum wage. And it put out all the mom and pop employees out of business because they couldn't afford it. So all your little hipster donut places and your stupid coffee, you can't get your stupid coffee made by a person that's confused wearing a mask at the sub line. And they go back to work to fucking make your coffee. And they're unemployed now, so they can't buy any subs because your boss couldn't afford to pay you $30 an hour to... they couldn't pay you the $30 an hour that you deserve to go and make your espresso, and that you and your trans non-binary gray, this is a new term, gray it's just awful little cesspools of a human body decided you deserved it, and so the devil gave you exactly what you deserved. And you were replaced by a screen. and the mom and pop went out of business, and the screen is now your replacement. So you can't even go to McDonald's to get a job. And can I get a job making burgers? No, we got a robot that's smarter than you to put the perfect amount of lettuce and mustard and ketchup on the bun. And you've been replaced. Well, can I go deliver the food at least? No, idiot. You thought you were going to deliver and expect money, because extra money on top of the minimum wage, because somehow we can skirt the law, not have to pay you minimum wage of the $15 or $30 an hour that you so declared you deserved we can actually give you less than that because you're getting tips. So you get tip money, but then you live in a poor neighborhood because you're poor, and the only place that you can work at is delivering to other poor people who happen to have a certain skin color and a predisposition to not tip. So you're trapped, idiot. You're fucking trapped. You're stuck, you moron. And so what do? That little bit of money that maybe you do make as profit that doesn't go to your gas and paying for car repair bills that were caused by the potholes that you pay to have repaired but aren't repaired, you go and do drugs. And then the drugs, the drugs are illegal. You thought that was going to be illegal? You thought you were going to get relief, idiot? Yo, you don't get relief, you fucking idiot. No, we're going to put you in jail. You wanted stuff. Oh, well, you wanted stuff for free? Again, here I am, Mr. Devil. I can go and give you everything for free. You wanted to break the rules, so now you're in prison. And you wanted to have a girlfriend? Well, why don't you be the girlfriend? Why don't you walk a mile in your girlfriend's shoes and take it up the ass? And that's what happened because you wanted minimum wage. And you wanted to do drugs to seek some relief. And now you're fucked. And you're fucked. And you had to pay insurance for the accident that you hope you get into. You hope that you get into an accident on the road because all those hundreds of dollars that you pay a month for something that doesn't usually happen. But if you're lucky, you lose a leg to some guy, this fucking Indian that they fucking hired, that they can illegally hire to replace you, because those aren't being replaced by robots, by the way. The illegal Indian kills you and your family members. You know, you were driving safely. You were doing all of the things right. You were paying your insurance. You were upkeeping your vehicle. You were making sure that everything was good and paid. And then, whoop, Indian U-turn. Guy makes a U-turn and you're going 80 miles an hour. And goodbye, head. And there goes your children. And, you're gone. Or, if you're lucky, you lose your leg and you get to be on a billboard for some worker of Satan that went to college because his parents hated society enough to get away from the blacks and sold their house and just ate the 20% capital gains tax and just kept investing it properly and didn't do the drugs so that they could fucking send their kid over to college so that he could bail your ass out and do something that requires no effort from him. He didn't even really, he just partied. He just did coke and Adderall. He didn't do it the honest way. Maybe he did learn the things in college, and now he's your lawyer and he's going to be holding you like this and like your best pals because you just warded him 30%. And it all only costed your leg, but at least you got $5 trillion and the death of your firstborn child. Because much like Passover, the top of that, the bottom side of that semi trailer just happened to not take your head off, but it did take your firstborn child. And forever, there's going to be a beautiful little roadside memorial that's going to be next to the road, and people are going to pass by, and you're going to embarrassingly have to sit on the side of the road with flowers while people drive past you at 90 miles an hour, and they go and they they go, there goes that son of a bitch. What an unfortunate guy. And a few miles later, they pass your billboard with you, thumbs up with $5 million, giant jumbo check, and they have no idea that that's you. and you made it. You finally fucking made it. You know? You hear the fucking retarded fucking Venezuelan driving past my house with his fucking exhaust leak in his fucking truck? And he's about to go and award somebody $5 million. Or you could go and join the military. This is a good story. You join the military. Oh, this is a fucking doozy for today. This is cut in right perfect. You go and you become a Marine, and you become a Marine when it was really bad, when people had to go to fucking Vietnam or fucking the Gulf War. And you get to have your picture. You get to finally goddamn be one of those guys that gets to be thanked on your way to get your fucking sub. And all you had to do was wear a little hat that said the ship that you were on, and all it cost you was seeing the guys that you went through hell together with doing awful things so that you could be paid by people like me to go and eviscerate little children who are just trying to go and get some relief. And then you come back here and you finally get to have that little pin on your Lowe's vest that says I'm a veteran. You get to wear the Lowe's vest that's in camouflage instead of the normal blue and red vest. And you get to have everybody like, you see that guy? He he fucking he's a veteran, and now he's helping you pick out hardware. All he used to shoot people in the head. He used to use the oil from children's scalps to polish his shoes. And now he's here picking out screws with you so that you can finish your fucking kitchen, so that you can move away from the fucking Venezuelans and the Schwarze that move down the street from you. You habe diese Schwarze, Suzat. And you go and you one day you start opening up a restaurant, and you're a Marine. You're very overweight. Your family is overweight, but you guys still have each other, and you get to have that picture of you in your little Marine outfit and your cap and your sword thing or your rifle, and you look very dignified. And then you open up a sub shop, and I'm working with you, and everybody rants and raves about how much they love your subs. Oh boy, do they love your subs, because you, unlike the competition, you make everything from scratch, and you overload these subs with the best ingredients you picked out. You know, you're one of these guys that says, that's not a real Cuban sandwich. This is a Cuban sandwich. It's got to have this specific meat. And so you catered to being just the perfect guy. And then everybody that's still working at Lowe's is going by there, and they love your subs. And then, unfortunately, because you're severely overweight and the stress of killing 9-year-old children that are out there protecting their rice field gets to you, and you croak suddenly in your sleep. And so everybody from Lowe's goes and gets invited to your funeral. And then I go there and I show up with my girlfriend that I met from that Lowe's and the love of my life. And we go there, we're watching people. I have no idea who any of these people are. And everybody from the Lowe's is supposed to go, to show support for this guy who you all loved his subs and you really cared about him and talk all these nice things, but none of you show up. And it's just some poor white trash family that don't have any nice clothes to wear to your funeral, and they're doing their best to keep it together. And it's at a really, really poor little church that kind of looks like it used to be maybe a school. And it's in a concrete building, and the carpet is really nasty, and it's hot outside, and everybody's ready to go outside. And they give the service first. They talk about how great he was, how much of a kind man he was, but no one from Lowe's that loved your subs showed up. And because you're a Marine, all your fellow Marines show up, and they're there to go and salute you off to 6 feet in the ground in the middle of nowhere, Florida. And probably years later will probably just be overgrown. And they're doing the ceremony. They're getting ready to be silent. And they shoot off the guns, and they're getting ready to put you in the ground. And the final thing is to go and play the trumpet. And they play that. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring. Somebody invited their 15-year-old white trash daughter that left her ringer on during the trumpet ceremony as they're laying you down. And this little white trash 15-year-old girl who's probably pregnant by now by some Venezuelan or dark kid that's been shoved into your neighborhood, even if you're living out there in the rural. And and as you're being put to rest and all that sacrifice that you gave to your country, all those horrors that you had to see, the lack of people that showed you any empathy when you were time to go. They didn't even show up after they lied and said they loved your subs. And you're going into the ground, and that stupid goddamn white trash girl's ringtone just goes off. And that's the end of your life. That's the best thing that can happen. Otherwise, you're replaced. Like, these people are going to be, it's going to be idiocracy. And they're just going to be sitting in these recliners that have a toilet and a tube to Mountain Dew that could either go in your ass or in your mouth. Who cares? Who cares at that point? And you just maybe have two of them. You just battle them, and you try to see which one gets down there first, which one has more pressure. If you can get the Mountain Dew to squirt up your ass out of your mouth, or the one going down your mouth out of your ass, and see which one shoots out faster. Then you watch your new TV show or your stupid favorite podcast that's made with the same 3 fucking retards. There's always a fucking skinny one that's a fucking annoying little nerd, or a fat retard who's fucking just unsure of himself and makes up for it by being self-deprecating. And then the one Chinese-looking white asshole that thinks he's better than everybody because he's read a few books, but really he's just a fucking malignant retard. And then that's your entire fucking, that's all your entertainment. That's as good as it gets. Have I said enough? It's been 40 minutes of me just being angry. I wasn't even describing Legion of Skanks. That's how bad it is. Or you could have the duo podcast of the one straight man and the funny guy who's just too wacky, and or the one retard. This is the new phenotype, like me, where he's ranting and yelling and wants to be Tim Dillon, but he'll never do that, because even for someone as disagreeable as Tim Dillon, I'm even more unfriendly and can't make friends and will burn every fucking bridge. Yes, Jesus wore sandals, maybe. I don't know. That's all they had. But god damn it, if you wear sandals today, I'd swear to God, if I had a sword, if I had a scythe, and I would just wallop your feet right off of your freaking shins. I hate people who wear sandals. I wear shoes with socks to the beach. And that's how you should be. And you should be mad that you're walking through the sand and getting sand in your socks and your shoes. And that's what you should be doing as a man, is being pissed off that you're at the goddamn beach with socks and shoes. Because that's how I live my fucking life. And that's how I want to be every goddamn the fucking is this the bargain bin Tim Dillon? Yes. I'm not even the bargain bin Tim Dillon. I am at the fucking donation center next to the other toys that are shit stained brown from being in the sun in front of some fucking retard's trailer, that instead of going and throwing out to fucking just burying in the ground or letting the dog chew up, you fucking thought that it would be nice to go and give this to some kid that's already having a shitty day. He can't have any toys. There's not even a price tag on me. I'm just giving away, and it's just going in the trash. And just like all of my opinions and yep, everything that I say, my entire life work, no matter how hard I try. And you know what's worse? It should make you people even more mad, is that if I can just this is the Super Bowl losers t-shirt sent to Africa pasture podcast. Yeah, and god damn it, I lost my fucking train of thought. I was on a roll there. I had a hateful roll. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you what should make you guys even more mad is that my life is fucking perfect. I'm 6'5". I'm attractive enough to get women that are unbelievably attractive that shouldn't be with somebody as disgruntled as me. But I have a beautiful wife that's 25, blonde hair, green eyes, with a fucking fat ass and fat tits, and still doesn't get fat after 2 kids. And she's more racist than I am. I started out with her, and she had a fucking Bernie, vote for Bernie lanyard on her keys. And you know what I did with her? I made her into someone that would kill all of you. She hates all of you. She doesn't hate all of you. She hates most people. She's incredibly racist and homophobic. And I'm incredibly lucky, and I get to bang a fucking hot 25-year-old that just, no matter what I feed her, no matter how much fucking sugar and snacks she eats and makes me pay for because she doesn't work, and I voluntarily do that to myself because everything is wearing socks and shoes at the beach, and I need to punish myself. And I try to get her fat, and all that happens is her tits and her ass just get fatter and fatter, and she just still loves blowing me and fucking me, and it's ridiculous. I shouldn't even be complaining. And I have money. I drive a car. I have a fucking car with 700 horsepower. I don't even need that. The only reason I bought it was because I hate sitting in traffic around people. And so I don't even really go to the track that much. I just bought it so that I can sit next to people, and because they don't understand how much horsepower my car has, is that they try to cut me off and I can just easily go around them and give them the finger and turn on my wipers as I pass by them and spray their windshields with my wiper fluid so that they passive aggressively have to go and wipe their windshield. That's a new trick that I learned a few years ago. If you ever get pissed off in the highway or with somebody going slow, go around them and just turn on your wipers and just just passively aggressive, just spray their windshield as you're passing them. It's so gratifying. And then all I have to do is just outlive my father. All I have to do is outlive my father, and then I get millions of dollars. And then I'll go and ruin my life again. Have you ever had 6 figures in your bank account and then spent it in 2 years? Because you were depressed in your first marriage and you just needed a fucking outlet, so you just went and fucked prostitutes and traveled and bought weed in Denver. Goddamn. It should make you so much more angry than I am right now to know that I'm pissed off with such a overprivileged life that I can just go and yell at you people and you sit here and take it. I'm such a fucking goddamn asshole. Actually, this is some targeted advertisement. It's for Blue Chew. Oh, don't worry, Slav. You haven't cracked 5 figures. I haven't cracked 5 figures in years. But at one point, I had 6 figures in the bank account. And I ruined my life and then ended up fucking failing upwards and divorcing a woman that didn't even... She was 4 years older than me. And we ended up getting divorced because she wanted to... She wanted to go to New York and live that fucking Manhattan lifestyle. And you know what happened? I tried to save the marriage. And she even knew that I was cheating on her. And then later, as we were getting divorced, she told me that she actually got turned on by thinking about me with other women. And then it was too late. She wanted to move to Manhattan. And so years later, I'm married to this beautiful green-eyed blonde who just won't get fat no matter how much I try to pork her up. And I get a text message from my ex-wife of a picture of our fucking marriage, the day of our marriage, and I just never responded. Because because like other fucking 40-year-old women, you fucking idiots don't know how to settle down and you think that your life is going to be better. And now I found something so much younger and I have a beautiful family. And now I don't even know what you're doing. And she's a fucking genius. Like she came from literally, she was Slav, you'll like her. She's actually from Slovenia, and she was literally raised in a barn, super poor. She grew up in actual communism. Her dad used to make her collect the blood from the fucking screaming pigs that they would execute on their farm to make blood sausage. And so she could never eat pork again. And she spoke 8 languages and had 2 master's degrees. And what has she got now? Nothing. Who knows what she got? She told me, I think one time we spoke before this, that she had like gone on a date with some Russian guy. And I don't know if she got laid or what, but I think that's kind of all it was. And I remember having the conversation with her is like, you could just fly me up there and I'll fuck you. And she would have fucking, yeah, she said she would have fucking done it. And this is what happens when you just don't submit to your husband, who's angry all the time, but will be the guy that will kill anything that stands in your way. And that's all you have to do, is you just have to go and not get fat, do the laundry, and make dinner and put out, and that's all you had to do. But instead, now you're alone in Manhattan and you're dealing with the trauma of your mother that went and said to you when you're a little kid that she regrets that she didn't abort her because having her took away all of her opportunities when she was going to school to be a professional waitress. It's, I mean, isn't that some fucking Dostoevsky kind of shit? That's like the brother, like that could be in the Brothers Karamazov. I can't even pronounce it right. But like just some fucking dismal Dostoevsky shit. You wish that you aborted your daughter so that you could become a fucking waitress. Isn't that the story of every fucking modern woman? And you just loathe your child, your beautiful genius daughter that speaks 8 languages and has 2 master's degrees. That woman, when I met her, she in America, it's nothing to go and give somebody a hug, but somebody that grew up in dirt poor on the farms in communism, they don't give hugs. This is a foreign idea to a lot of these people, affection. And I gave her this is like, my ex-wife said that it was the first time she's ever seen her mother actually give out a hug. And it was very confusing to her because they didn't do that where she's from. It's what a fucking tragedy. And it's crazy. And I'm pissed off because I had to wait for a sub. That's why I'm angry, is I had to fucking wait in line behind an idiot to make my stupid hug. What's a hug? Oh yeah, Slav, I guess you've never been hugged. Oh man, what a beautiful tragedy. Can you believe that I've been angry and ranting for an hour? This is what happens sometimes when I'll be with my wife and we'll go out for breakfast and I'll get a coffee. And on the way back from the Cuban place that we go to get coffee, I just rant and I'm angry at everybody. And I have these great monologues and these speeches. And then I tell her that, wait, I remember that so I can go be angry. But by the time I get home, I'm fizzled out. And the children need to go to sleep. And all my energy is gone. And now I'm sitting there with my heart palpitating from drinking 2 large coffees and nothing to fucking... Have I tried alcoholism? Yes, I've tried alcoholism. I've been at points in my life where, like, have you ever heard the song Blow Up the Outside World? And there's that lyric, nothing seems to kill me no matter how hard I try. I used to drink 180, it was at 180 proof, the strongest vodka that you could get. And then I would take that with pain pills. And one time I took it with pain pills and Xanax, and I just stayed up for 24 hours. You can't destroy my stupid body. I've been going to the gym again lately, and I was in incredible pain because I just started going back. And my thigh was hurting so bad. And I was like, I need to punish myself. And so I did it. I went Jocko Willink, And you know what happened? I felt better. I felt better. My wife thinks it's insane when I used to go running because I'll wear these fucking those shoes that are like because Joe Rogan convinced me, personal friend of the show, convinced me to go and buy these when I used to listen to him. Those little toe shoes, but they got no like sole. And I used to go running in those, and all it would do, like, it would just tear up the bottoms of my feet because if I hadn't done it in a while, I'd have no calluses. And so the bottoms of my feet would just be just shredded up from running. And goddamn, I love that feeling. I love being in pain. I love destroying my body. I can't even do it with drugs anymore because I don't like drugs. I don't like druggies. I don't like alcohol. I can't even be an alcoholic anymore. I drank so much that I got tired of it. I can't even enjoy alcoholism. It's I you know what I did the other day is I don't even need fucking Blue Chew. I just get it sometimes just to have a fucking hard ass dick. Just to fucking just walk around knowing that I could have a boner at fucking any moment. And I took a have you ever done this? You should take a Blue Chew before you go work out. It's fucking invigorating. Oh my God. You will fucking pump iron like crazy. I'm not even joking. There's other people that do this. Just fucking take a Blue Chew, and all that pain that I was feeling from just starting working out again after a year just faded as I destroyed the ligaments of my body and just made awful sounds as I went and deadlift and did all these things. I don't, you know what's annoying about Blue Chew is you can only use the promotion once, at least when I tried to do it. I canceled my subscription because I had too many of them. Sometimes I'll just take them to go jerk off. That's the lovely thing about, even if I have a wife that will put out at any moment, I've had these things introduced in my life called children, and they come first. And unfortunately, I think they sense when mom and dad are about to be intimate because they always choose that moment to be the most obnoxious. It's like they can feel it in their blood and their brains that they know that a sister or brother is almost on the way if we don't stop it. And there's going to be more competition for the resources. And if we don't stop dad fucking mom, or at least him getting some kind of mild relief by screaming and crying, because who knows? Why wouldn't I be screaming and crying? It's 4 p.m. in the afternoon and I have to take a nap. Why would you be working all day to go and pay for my life that I don't even appreciate? And why wouldn't I interrupt any kind of relief that you were going to get? Why wouldn't I do that? And so you take a Blue Chew and you go jerk off, and that's your life. And that's what's like having kids. I highly suggest all of you guys work hard enough so that you can afford to have kids and live this life. That's what it's all about, is just destroying your body and making yourself angry and taking boner pills that you don't even need just to feel some thrill. Maybe I should start snorting them. I wonder what happens if I do start snorting them. But no, that was an hour. That was an hour of my anger. I didn't even know I had that in me. I'm sure, you know what I did this for? I did this for my wife so she can have something to listen to. And if you guys think that the things that I talked about, like me fucking prostitutes, is like, oh, what if his wife finds she thinks those stories are fucking ridiculous and funny. The first the first conversation that my wife and I had was when I had just gotten divorced, and I was living with my mom, and I I bought this car that I still have now, the orange Jaguar that I was driving to work at Lowe's, and I had a nicer car than the boss. He had a fucking Hyundai, and he was making like 100 something K a year. I know that fucking irked him so bad. I didn't even have to be there. I just wanted something to do. And I get a job and I'm pushing carts. And the first time I saw my wife, it was around Christmas. We were having the Christmas party because I just started working there. And we all had to get chairs and sit out there in the warehouse. And she sat down like pretty close to me. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, this is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I'm gonna get her. And then the dumbest Mexican, my wife makes fun of him so much, her ex-boyfriend, this dumbass Mexican that she was with. He was Mexican Dominican, and she made fun of his stupid big ass head all the time. She still does it. And he sat down next to her, and I was so fucking disappointed. And he was one of these fucking Zoomers that this is what Zoomer boys are like, is he would cheat on her, but not in person. He would talk to girls on apps and then not actually meet with them. And because they don't have a sex drive, they never had sex. And she sits down next to me, and I get this awful just pit in my stomach. Why are you with him? And I just felt like, oh, there it goes. Because people would always joke about them getting married. And then the first time I talked to her, we're in the parking lot, and I'm pushing carts, and I just got done lecturing this old lady that asked me for help about MK Ultra. And so she walks over to me and starts helping me push carts in. And she goes, oh, what were you talking about? Or something like that. She doesn't even remember our first conversation. And I was like, yeah, well, back in the 60s or so, like the CIA used to give people LSD and make them trip while they were fucking prostitutes in a room with double-sided glass. And that was her introduction to me. And the first time my wife ever saw me at that job, she said to our coworker that was the scariest man she'd ever seen. And somehow I remember I got pissed off, and I just said I quit, and I just stopped working there. And my roommate was still working there, and he happened to talk to her, and she was mad that I just left without saying anything. I had no idea she liked me because I'm borderline retarded. I thought she did. She would make a lot of opportunities to go and talk to me and walk with me. But because in my brain, she was such an angel, I couldn't imagine her cheating on her boyfriend. Little did I know. And so she got mad and told my roommate that that she was mad that I left without saying anything. So I told him to get her Snapchat for me. And so I got her Snapchat that day after quitting, and I texted her, and I just had nothing to lose. And I literally just told her, you're coming over tonight and we're going to fuck. And that's how I got my wife. This is why you just need to not give a shit anymore. And now I have a beautiful wife with beautiful kids, and I live in this house that's completely paid for, and I just yell at people, and I use the N-word at work. I could get fired at any moment, and everybody knows that I'm racist. Everybody caught on to the fact that I had red shoelaces on my Adidas shoes and that I had a Hitler haircut. And then I spoke in a lot of euphemisms that maybe borderline on basically firing material. And and that's how I got my wife. Wow, that was another 6 minutes. All right, I'm going to go to the gym. I think I don't have anything left in me. I need to go punish myself. I punished you. I hope you guys had fun. Or not. Actually, fuck you. That's a good way to end this. Fuck you, you fucking idiots. Why are you listening to me? I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.